Did the dash and I blow the brains. Count cash on a private plane. Couple M's on sound exchange. Rich man, no time to explain. Rich man plane.
What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. You know, I've been chilling lately because, like, okay, I was at my dad's house last week, the whole entire week. Wait, was it last week? Okay, last week. Oh, I was here, but the week before that, I was at my dad's house the whole week. I posted one video while I was there, and I came back this week, and I know how to do a video. Cause I posted it. I don't know when I posted it. I don't remember what day, but I know it was that week, during that week. Feel me? I posted that video. Reason why I haven't really been posting is because, I mean, y'all is not messing with the videos as much as y'all did when I first started. You feel me? So I took a break, but I'm back now. So today, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. Today I think I'm gonna do a story time, but at the same time I don't want to do a story time, but it's like, why not? Because last time I did a story time, y'all was laughing at me. Like, y'all can't laugh at me because I'm gonna be talking about all my past experiences. Like, they told me to do a story time on my first kiss, my first argument, etc, etc. So we're gonna get into that in this video. Okay, why not? So I'm gonna start off with my first argument. My first argument happened when I was in 6th grade. Like, it was my first time arguing with another person. Like, I don't argue. I've never argued with people. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Back in 6th grade, I thought I was tough. Like, I thought nobody could beat me up. I thought I was the stuff. Like, I really thought I was something. I don't know why, but I thought I was something when I was in 6th grade. And so there was this girl. I'm not gonna say her name because she don't even live down here no more, but I'm still not gonna say her name. So why was we arguing? I don't even remember. I just know we didn't like each other. Because let me tell you, okay, 6th grade, this is what happened. She was dating this boy, right? And they broke up, and me and the boy started talking, and then we ended up dating. And I think that's why she didn't like me. And so one day we was walking in the hallway, and she bumped into me, and I was like,
do you want to fight? 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 Do you want to fight?
like, oh god. And so me, I'm telling y'all, this is when I was old and I didn't care, and I thought I could beat anything up and nothing was gonna touch me. I was going through that phase in 6th grade. And so this is what I did. I dropped all my books. I dropped all the books I had in my hand, and I got all up in her face. I don't even remember half of the stuff I said. I only remember one thing I said. I was in her face, and she was going on and on. And I said, and that's why your breath is hot.
It smell like tin cans of bounce that ass. That's what it smell like.
Bounce that ass.
Da 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 da. I kept going on and on, and then afterwards, like, I'm surprised we didn't get in trouble because we literally stopped everybody in the hallway. Like, everybody was looking at us. And then I just picked up my books and went to whatever class I was going to. I don't even know why we was like, it was over some dude that I don't even talk to no more. Like, I stopped talking to him after 6th grade. That was my first argument. Now they said my first kiss. I gotta think, cause it was probably a long time ago, and I gotta. Y'all, my first kiss was when I was little. Cause you know how they say kindergarten stuff. It wasn't kindergarten. I wasn't that young. I think my brother age. I was 10 or 11. and I was at my grandma's house. This is how. Okay, so this is a boy outside. He was older than me. Like, you could look at him and tell he was older than me. I was 10. I think he was like 11 or maybe 12. I don't know. He was older than me. I think I was 10. I might not even be right with the ages. But anyway, and so we was outside playing. I was outside playing with my brother at my grandma's house. And he was up the street. And he came down the street to play with us. And so it was cool. We was chilling. Like, we was just all playing, and then somehow we ended up in the house playing, and there was this playroom, and it had this little tent, castle looking thing, like you could open it and go sit in it, and it had windows, like it was a little house or whatever. And so I went in there, and he followed me in there. He did. That's what it happened. He was like, can we kiss? And I'm 10 or younger, or I don't know how. And I was like, okay. And then we kissed in that little thing. And then my mama was right around the corner, and she seen it. That day I got a whooping. Let me tell you, I got a whooping that day, because this what happened. She seen it, and she was so mad. She started yelling. I don't even remember what she said. He ran. She threw his shoe at the back of his head, and I was like, damn! 10-year-old me was just like, and then I got a whole whooping, and that was just crazy. I got a whole whooping, and I was crying. And then later, because my dad is in the military, so he wasn't there with us. He was away in another state. And so later when they got home, I was 10, because I was 10. Okay, I remember now, I was 10. So when we got home, my mama called my dad, and I had to talk and tell him why I kissed some boy that I don't even remember his name. And I was like, he asked if we could kiss, and I said, yeah. And he was like, just because he asked, like, boy, I got so many whoopings. Those was memories. That was my first kiss. Let me tell y'all the first time I did something crazy. Okay, so this is, oh God, I was still the same age. I had to be 10, or I might have been younger. But this time, it was me and my cousin. We was at the house playing or whatever, and I decided to get some scissors and cut a whole one of her plaits out. Because you know when you was little, you wear the little plait. Well, I got scissors and I cut a whole plait. I cut a whole plait out because she was like, cut my hair. And so we're kids running around playing. I found scissors, I cut a whole plait out. Throw the plait.
Blue face, baby. Yeah.
I don't know where the plait at. And then later, like, they didn't notice it until later. So later on, they look at her hair, and they was like, who been cutting in your hair? Who been cutting in your hair? And I'm over here like rocking back and forth, looking like. And then she was like, Mia cut my hair. And then they came at me. I'm gonna tell you how many whoopers I got that day, because the whole family was over there. Like, they wasn't over there, but like, okay, her parents was somewhere and my parents was somewhere. Like, my mom was at work and her parents was at work, and so it was me and her there with my grandmother, my great grandmother, and my grandmother, my mama, and so my mother's mother. Anyway, so that's who was there, and it was my brother, of course, because he was there, and my sister wasn't allowed. And so after that, she went in there, and I think my grandmother seen it, and my grandmother asked. And so my grandmother has never wanted to whoop me before. Like, you know how them parents be like, oh, don't hit her. I think she whooped me that day. She whooped me. And then after I got a whooping by my grandmother, I got a whooping by my great grandmother. And then later on, when my mama got off work and everybody started getting off work, my mama came in there and whooped me when she found out. Then after that, my auntie came in there and whooped me. Like, my cousin's mother, she whooped me. And then my uncle whooped me, my cousin's dad. And so I was like, I had got whoopings that day. I had never got that many whoopings in one day of my life. that day I got that many whoopings. That's why I was like, never ever cut nobody hair, because I got so many whoopings that day. I was crying. Like, they tore me up. And then the funny thing is, we never found the piece of hair where I cut it. Like, I don't remember what I did with it. That was so long ago. I don't know where that piece of hair went. But afterwards, you could never find it. Like, the piece of hair was missing. Like, it wasn't nowhere in my room. And that was all talking about, so maybe she flushed it down the toilet. I don't remember what I did with the piece of hair. Honestly. I'm trying to think of some more stuff. Girl, I like being introduced sometimes. I'm just saying, like, oh, I want to talk about that. Okay, I want to talk about another argument. I just want to talk about this argument because it's interesting to me, and I like talking about it. Like, even though it's old, it's still interesting because it's like I got so worked up about it because it was irritating. Okay, so 8th grade. So I can't even, where do I start? Okay, so PE class. I'm in PE. You know, I'm doing my thing. I got the basketball. I'm over here shooting, minding my business. All of a sudden, this boy comes up behind me out of nowhere and he hugs me. And I'm sitting here like,
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
it was the weirdest thing because I'm just minding my business. I'm just shooting the ball, catching it, shooting the ball, minding my business, dribbling the ball. And he just come up behind me and hug me. And I'm here like, did y'all not just see that? Like, I'm looking around like, and so I walk over to where my friend's sitting there. And I'm like, hey, did y'all just see that? And they was like, yeah, that was weird. And I was like, it was weird because I was trying to figure out why he hugged me out of nowhere. Like, it was the weirdest stuff ever. But anyway, so after that class, I go the whole day not knowing that the whole school was talking about me. I didn't know. I was just happy. I was happy all day. Turning up, it's a regular school day. And so I get towards the end of the day when everybody about to leave, like we getting ready to leave. I walk in the gym and my cousin, like I go over there, I walk over to where my cousin and my friends are at. And she was like, oh, what's her name got something to say to you? And I was like, what she got to say to me? I was confused. So I walk over to where the girl is at. And I'm like, what's up? Like, I sit there. I was like. And so then she didn't say nothing. She sat there and looked at me for a good 30 seconds. And so my cousin was like, since you don't want to say it, I'm going to say it for you. She was like, she said, you need to keep your hands off her MF boyfriend. And I was like,
try me, bitch. Try me, bitch.
I stood there. I looked for 10 seconds. Then I started yelling like this. That's why I can't forget it. Because I stood there and looked at her for 10 seconds. And then I just started yelling. I was yelling a lot of stuff. I was like, first of all, nobody even touched your boyfriend. So I don't know where you getting this from. Second of all, I don't want your boyfriend. Nobody wants your boyfriend. Get that to your head. Like, I was yelling. And so I was yelling the whole time. And she started walking away. I was still yelling. She walked out of the gym outside. I was still yelling. So I sat down where my bus is at. And I was sitting there meditating. I was like, and then people, like, I started yelling again because they was asking me what happened. And I started yelling again. I was like, and then people started walking in because the bell had rung. So more people was coming in. And one girl came up to me and she was like, Lord, I thought somebody was in here fighting. That was me yelling. And I was like, well, like, so the next day, I was thinking to myself that whole night. I was like, I'm going to confront her because I did a lot of yelling and not a lot of talking and asking where she got this from. And so I just confront her. I was like, so who even told you that? And then she was saying somebody that was in the PE class from us sitting down talking. And I was like, somebody from the PE class. And I asked the dude from the PE class. I said, you told her that? And he said, no, I told somebody else that. And then they went back and told her. And I said, I was shaking my head like, I don't like being in stuff like this. Like, he said, she said, they said, we said. Like, I want to confront people. So I confront her. And I was like, And then she went to lying. This is what really made me mad. She went to lying after I already knew the truth. She was like, I know you did it because I seen a video, because so and so recorded and I seen it, and I seen y'all hug. You went and hugged my man, da 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 da. And I was like, I sat down and looked at her. And I said, okay, if you seen the video, what side of the gym was it on? And she pointed to what side. And I said, that's when I started yelling again, because I was trying to keep my calm, because it's in the morning. I'm just getting to school. But then when she said that, and when she started lying, I started yelling again. I was like, see, that's how I know you lying, because there's no video. And then it wasn't even on that side of the gym. I just started yelling again, and they was all laughing at me, but I was so serious. And then after that, I kept my cool. I chilled. I wanted to yell some more, because like I wanted to get all the yelling out. I was gonna let all my anger hit her in her throat, like she. But now, ever since after that happened, like I don't have a problem with her, but she's the most messiest person in school. I'm not gonna say no names because that's just. But she's messy. She's messy. It's just the part that threw me off, where she had been talking about me that whole day and I didn't even know I was getting talked about. Like, people was telling me what she would do. Like, she had went up to one of my friends' locker and they was like, you know so and so, like me, you know, Tamia. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, you need to tell her to da 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 da. And I was like, why can't you tell me to my face when I came and asked you what was the problem? Like, she couldn't even tell me what she had been saying all day. Somebody else had to tell me, and that's what threw the whole situation off. I'm like, you said it all day, but when I got face to face, she was like, oh God, she was sitting there like, and I was like, are you gonna say it? Like, they made me walk all the way over here when I could have went and sat down and mind my business. Like, but after that, I chilled. I laid low. I quit yelling at people because it's disrespectful. It's really disrespectful. Ow, guys, I hit my toe. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about one last thing, because this video is actually long. I'm gonna talk about one last thing before I end the video. So last year, the science teacher that we all love and cherish and want to kick down some stairs, well, she really made me mad. Like, I don't want to put this out here, but I'm gonna put it out here. I'm not saying no names, but me, fourth period, me, I can say their names because those are my friends, but at the same time, I don't want to say no names. I'm gonna say their names. So it was me, Kala, Greg, Diana, Sine, and some other people. And so we was in that class together, right? First class I'd have ever been in. Like, I really hate that teacher. Like, I really do not like, I'm not gonna say hate, it's just a strong word, but I strongly dislike her. Like, the stuff she did made me want to choke her. Like, okay, so say we take all these pointless notes, because none of the notes we took are there, nowhere to be found. We're seeing her looking like, you did not teach this. And every time we say that, she get the crying. She want to cry, she want to feel bad. She would. And then one time, this student had went up to her, that was like, you didn't teach us this. And she was like, I didn't fail you as a teacher, you failed me as a student, blah blah blah. And I'm like, and so one day, let me tell you, because this was funny. Okay, one day Kyla had passed her paper to Dylan to pass to me to put in the basket, because I sat right beside it. I sat right beside the basket. And it was the day we was doing some stupid work. Like, it was numbers, like science and math involving in each other. And so it was math, and I had my calculator. I didn't get none of the stuff we was doing. Like, I understand math.
I am a straight A student.
I'm talking too fast. I understand math, but that didn't make sense mixing it with science. So I was sitting there like, but so Kyla passed her paper, and I was looking at Kyla's paper. I was looking at it, and I yelled across the classroom to my friend, and I said, hey, do you understand this? And it was like, nah, I don't get it. I was like, me either. We on the same wavelength. And so we neither of us got it, and I threw the paper. I don't know if it hit the basket or not. I don't care. I didn't care. And so later, the teacher walked over there, and she was asking Kyla. She was like, well, your paper's not over here. And Kylie was like, well, I passed it to Dylan. And Dylan was like, well, I passed it to Tamia. And the whole class was looking at me. I was like, I threw it in the basket. And then they all started laughing at me. But I was being so serious. Like, I didn't care. I was like, I threw it in the basket. It's in the basket. If I ain't in the basket, I don't know. I don't care. And so she was like, somebody's lying. And then the whole class, like, this is where she started not to like her class for real. Because the whole class defended me. I was like, y'all are really my homies. Because the whole class had my back. Because the girl I had yelled at before, she said, Tamia looked at me and said she didn't understand it. So, ain't no way she was copying off college paper. I glanced at college paper. I'm not even going to count. I looked at it. But I didn't copy nothing because I still didn't get it. So, but then one dude that sat across the classroom, he wanted to speak. He was like, but I seen you copying off of her paper. And I sat there like this. I said, then I started yelling again. I said, you singing me? Like, the class was quiet and I was yelling. And the teacher wasn't even saying nothing. I was yelling. I was like, you singing me, huh? You singing me? I was, okay, but anyway. And so he was like, yeah. I was like, how you see me when you on the other side of the classroom? And so, after that, at the end where everybody turned her paper in, her paper ended up in there. And so she was like, this class lies too much, da-da-da. The teacher was going on, and I was like, when is the bell gonna ring? Like, I was for real. But that's why I don't like her. And then I didn't like her because she always tried to take a new phone. Like, you ain't gonna get my phone. I'm sorry, sweetie. Because let me tell you, the first time she tried to take my phone, it was in the lab. We wasn't doing no lab experiment though. So I'm over here chilling. Look at it. Texting my mom, texting whoever else. Then I didn't know she had moved from where she was at, so she came up over there. She was like coming the hallway, and then she was like, well, I have to take it to the principal because that is the rules. And I was like, and then she was like, hand it over. And I was like, I can't. And I was like, I can't hand you my phone. And so when I said that, she made me go sit in the counselor's office. And the counselor finally came in there after 20 minutes of waiting. The counselor came in there. The counselor came in there after me 20 minutes of waiting, and she read me the rules on the rule book about electronic devices supposed to stay in our locker or they can take them because that is the rules. I said, you didn't pay for it. You're not going to take it. But anyway, guys, because people keep walking in and interrupting my video, I'm finna end the video. Y'all leave a thumbs up. Text me privately, giving me some more video ideas. But this was my story time about my school experiences. I don't care if she see it. She can watch it, like it, laugh. I don't care, because I might send it to her on an email.
Yeah, they say I'm underrated, but I feel like I'm the greatest. From my legacy and pinning out a hate they can't erase it. You gon' have to come and kill me if you ever try to take it. Everything I say is real, and I promise I can fake it. Yeah, I'm in my own lane, no watches I created. Merge it to the left in the motherfucking spaceship. Yeah, a lot of niggas talk, but I'm the type to make it happen. Ain't no words in my actions, I don't fuck with closed captions. Yeah, I killed them closed cats, and I put them in a basket. I'm a real bitch, I ain't never fuck with